Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Nadia, Hassan, together with Sulhi, Azman. Companies in the news is DRB-Hicom Bhd. Actually, today, I think, as we said earlier, it's the end of the year. People just, if they want to do anything, they are going to either do it next week or they're just going to do it after the New Year's
Nadia,
and everything.
Let's face it, today market is half asleep, and anyway we have
We are half asleep, actually. Okay, no, we're not half asleep. We're here to educate you on how it moved today. DRB-Hicom Bhd. Now, usually we do not actually talk so much about appointments unless the appointment is equivalent to a corporate Jesus. You know what I mean? Somebody like Luki Sin, who actually, moves markets when it moves, or Teh Hong Piao. So the fact is, the reason why we're picking it up is because DRB-Hicom Bhd is, in very delicate words, a monster. It is a big company covering a lot of things. So if you see the new guy at the head of it, you better take up and pay attention.
Yeah, correct. Today, DRB-Hicom today, by the way, look at the share price performance, down 0.83% to RM1.20. And DRB-Hicom is the company, one of the companies run by Tan Sri Said Al-Bukhari, and they have, as you said earlier, so many businesses and so on. And we have today Datuk Sri Syed Faisal Albar as appointed as a group CEO, which will be replacing the outgoing Tan Sri Muhammad Kamil Jamil.
Yeah, so Syed Faisal, the reason why we also noticed this is because just was it last week or a couple of weeks ago where he essentially... Was it last week? Oh God, my memory's going. The fact is, he was formerly the CEO of Malakoff Bhd. It was such a buzz when he actually left, because he actually listed the company this year, as little of it left as it is. He listed the company this year, and it was interesting to see that he just suddenly left to pursue other opportunities. But let's put it this way, he didn't actually really go very, very far, because the market talk always is that for SM, or Syed Mokhtar's companies, the guys that he likes, or the heads, tend to rotate within that big group of companies.
Yeah, I mean, you either rotate between DRB-Hicom and MSC Corporation, or even Trade Winds for that matter. But anyway, there's a lot of change at the top, and I think there's a lot of work that is being cut out for Syed Albar.
For sure. I mean, you've heard what is the, you were telling me, what is the conglomerate discount?
Well, it's about 30% conglomerate discounts, right? And and because of this, and it depends on the business as well that they have, and we have so many businesses that they have to grapple with. Proton, for instance, which have been dragging their earnings. We have Post Malaysia, which is, I think you had a lot of opinions.
Don't even start with me and Post Malaysia. I think just Post. No, to be fair to them, post offices all over the world, whether it's Japan Post or American Post, they have been struggling because people just don't send letters anymore. I know. Anyway, so the point of I'm trying to make is that the earnings are actually bad. Not bad, they're still not loss-making, but they have seen, what was it, 95.8%?
95.8%.
What would you call it? A tumble?
You wouldn't say. You could go from a fall to a slide to a whatever, but I think this is a plunge, 95.8% in net profit, while revenue went up, inching by 3.1%.
Looking at segmental information, definitely the fact is, again, of the four segments, automotive and investment services are the ones that are loss-making. So, of course, we're wishing the best of luck to Datuk Syed Faisal. He has a lot to deal with. Never mind that, of course, what's not happening now? Muamalat, Bank Muamalat and MBM are actually doing their merger as well.
Correct.
So he is going to have a very, very full plate. But just to sort of bring it all home today, we're looking at DRB-Hicom Bhd. Why? Because they just got a new man at the helm. Datuk Sri Syed Faisal Albar, who was formerly, of course, heading Malakoff and left, which caused a lot of people to wonder where he was going to go. He has an uphill battle because DRB-Hicom doesn't only just have a conglomerate discount, they have Proton, they have other businesses, and now they've got a lot to think about, so he better hit the ground running. Moving on to, of course, to our Insider Asia stock of the day. It's a super choice in a super time because it is Supermax, down about 0.72% to RM2.76.
Yeah, Max.
No. It makes it sound like a... almost like, well, I won't actually say that because he's quite nice. Of course, we know who heads Supermax. He calls him Super Stan.
Yeah, Datuk Sri Stanley Tai, by the way.
Who's a very open supporter of the opposition, isn't he?
Correct, yes. And, I think he's a very staunch supporter of PKR. But anyway, this company that produces 20 billion pieces of glove per year and exports to 155 countries worldwide. Now we're talking about, rubber glove, rubber plates, and so on. They are the strong beneficiary of the strong US dollar.
Yes, and the lower commodity commodity prices, they hit them in both sort of sweet spots, if you want to look at it that. So why does Insider Asia like Supermax? Easy. They say they like it for the comparatively undermanning valuations because, of course, they're comparing them to the other big four, which on the top of it sits Top Glove, Kosan, Harta Lega. All they say are trailing at a 12-month PE of 25 to 40.8 times in comparison, and Supermax is trading at a 30 to 50 discount. So, of course, the reason for that, I think, is that it just hasn't had the impact that you've seen, you know, from that the other guys have had. I think if you are looking to go on that rubber glove bandwagon, you're a bit too late for the other four. So I think Insider Asia is just trying to point out that, hey, these guys also aren't doing too bad.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the earnings, right, you know, I mean, going from there.
Decent.
Very decent. Net profit went up by 38.5%. Revenue went up 11.3%. They are a strong gainer of the exchange ringgit, you know, and also the higher increased sales of higher margin nitrile glove and the stronger USD.
Yeah, exactly. So the reason why I think they stumbled a little and nobody had as much influence, we're not saying the support issue comes in. The fact is they had repeated delays in commissioning their new plants, which hampered the financial performance. Now, Inside Asia believes that now that they've overcome this hurdle, they think it'll be a good time for them.
Yeah, correct. And I think Supermax was also awarded with one of the license to supply medical gloves to the UK's National Health Service for the next 4 years.
I think that's awesome. I think that will be so good for them. The fact is, NHS, or the New US Medical Service, it's going to be a big boost for them. What else is there because you were telling me about it earlier?
Yeah, I mean, the NHS covers all hospitals in the UK, consumes about 50 million Great Britain pound of medical glove, and assuming conservative 25% market share, this contract would contribute an additional 8% to the top line. Now, Nadia, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Supermax is also wanting to branch into a contact lens or something like that.
Yeah, I think they want to sort of bet their horses everywhere else as well. But in the meantime, I think they do have and Inside Asia certainly believes so. They do think that they have a strong backing now that they've actually got all their supply issues done. It should be a better time for them. And like you said, in terms of share price, they have nowhere near surged as the likes of their peers. Mm-hmm. But anyway, just sort of bring it all home for you. We are looking at Insider Asia stock of the day. We are looking at Supermax. And Supermax, of course, why they like it is because they like glove players in general. However, Supermax has not seen that dizzying height that all the others have, whether it's Top Glove, Kosan, or Harta Lega. So, of course, they still believe there is some value in them. And backing it, of course, is the fact that they will have their production issues are sorted, and of course there's that NHS contract as well. So just that's all that we have today for Market Matters. I'm Nadia Hassan together with Sulhi Azman. You can pick up a copy of the paper. TheEdgeMarkets.com is also there for you. Good night, guys. Have a good week.
Good luck.